What is good with it, chocolatiers? Welcome back to another video. And in today's review, we are talking about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So let's get right into it.
He knows the human secrets.
I have a name. May.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is the following fourth film of the Caesar trilogy. Now, if you don't know what that is, I believe it started in 2011, 2012. We got a movie called Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It was a reboot of the Planet of the Apes franchise. This movie took the world by storm. It was a lot better than what people thought it was going to be. The CGI still holds up today, and gave us Andy Serkis's pretty much best performance, I feel like, or best character he's ever played. And then we got the follow-up films, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and then War of the Planet of the Apes. And so we thought it was done there, ended the trilogy, whatever. So very recently, I just learned, I did not know this, that Fox apparently wanted a 9-movie franchise when creating these films. And so I don't know if that means 2 separate trilogies, or maybe the Caesar trilogy, and then, this new movie starting, a 6, whatever movie thing. And I can say this movie's definitely the weakest out of the 4 films that we now have. But just because it's the weakest does not mean it's bad. It's basically like saying, Star Wars Episode 6 is like the weakest out of, that trilogy. It's still a banger though. And so as far as what I'm believing, this movie is set generations after Caesar. And what we get is a new character named Noah. And Noah is basically on like a revenge quest because his family gets taken from him by this other kingdom of apes that's led by this guy named Proxima. And you get a whole lot of, tension between, the human aspect, between the apes aspect, as we've always gotten before. But now with this being generations later, instead of it being like it was in the Caesar trilogy where it's like apes against humans, this is more apes hunt humans type of deal. Humans are pretty powerless in this film. And I really like to see that because now we're starting to kind of get to the roots of the old movies where it is a Planet of the Apes, because even like in Dawn and War, where it was Planet of the Apes, you still had humans fighting back, you still had, stuff like that. You had war, which is hence the title. And so overall, I just really think that this movie, is very solid still. Like I said, even though it's the weakest for me, I still think it's very solid. And for me, the reason why I think it's the weakest is because I think the third act is where it kind of loses me. Because you have a lot of, I almost want to say a lot of choices. It's not that, it's just that you only really like 3 characters in the movie. And liking one of them is really hard to say that you kind of like them. So you really only like 2 of them. And without spoiling anything, I'm just going to boil it down to, you pretty much do end up liking the main character Noah, or at least I did. And everybody else is just kind of mundane. There's a slight love interest for him in the movie. And she's, of course, one of the ones that get kidnapped. And you just kind of barely see her in the movie. And so, even when she shows up, even when she has her scenes, I don't really care for her that much. Like, Noah even has his best friend. I forgot his name. But I don't know. It's just, it wasn't like the Caesar trilogy where I can name off, characters like Koba or like, what's his face? I can't even think. The guy that's in Oppenheimer, but also in the second one. He played John Connor in that Terminator movie, Genesis. It's awful. I think it was Genesis, where he's like, the evil John Connor. But yeah, I'm just saying, you don't have like Woody Harrelson's character in War of the Planet of the Apes. You don't really have the memorable characters like that. I do think the main human girl is very memorable, and like I said, I think Noah, but I think it's just really the 2 for me. And there's an orangutan named Rocka. I really do like him, and so that's why I was saying there's just kind of 2 to 3 that you kind of mix and match with. But like I said, besides that, I think that a lot of the set pieces weren't as cool as I was hoping for also. A lot of the backdrop areas kind of looked fake. That could also been my screen too, because I think AMC screen was a little blurry. So I will actually give them a little leeway on that one, because I don't know if it actually fully looked like that. But yeah, like I said, just because I had those problems with it does not mean this movie's not a banger. I still think the story's very good. I still think the acting's very good. The CGI is on point, as always with these films. I'm very excited to see where they go with number 5 and number 6, because I'm assuming that'll be the end of Noah's trilogy. And yeah, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this movie. I'm going to give this movie a 7 out of 10. And I'm still going to give it a Mr. Chocolate Silver approval, only because I think that if you've watched the Caesar trilogy, I think that this is one of those type of movies that you need to go see. You need to go experience this. You need to see where they're taking the franchise. And if you don't like it, go. I think it's just like with any franchise. Like, for example, like me, I really like Star Wars Episode 7. I remember when I saw it, I was like, man, like where they taking this. Didn't love where they took it after that. But, it's one of those things where I can see this going above and beyond to be like, we're 10 years down the line, people are naming off Noah before they name off Caesar. Eventually. Not right now, but eventually. And yeah, I'm really liking where this director's taking that. He's actually making the Legend of Zelda movie, so he got me high hopes for that, because this movie's, like I said, shot pretty well. It looks pretty good. And yeah, so let me know exactly what you guys think about this movie if you saw it. And with that, like and subscribe for more reviews, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.